Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2017 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today and welcome any newcomers who are here for the first time. I thank you, as always, for those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow my YouTube channel. Thank you to my regular clients for allowing me to be such an ongoing part of the unfolding chapters of your life. And thank you to those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. And to everybody who takes the time to write your comments and send all your wonderful support and feedback. Thank you so much. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little about or description button on my channel's homepage. That'll give you a little more information and also has my email address. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full time, 6 days a week. So current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks, we can set up a reading for you. I do live readings via phone or Skype, and I also do recorded readings in increments of time from 15 minutes up to an hour and a half for love, romance, compatibility readings, career work and finance, health and well-being, channeled messages, and just readings for specific questions at specific areas you want looked at. So if you're interested, send me an email. I'd be happy to work with you, and we'll go from there. So moving right along, these are general readings, as we always say, which is why we always suggest that you check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. If this is your primary sun sign and it doesn't resonate with you, you may find that your rising and your moon sign videos may play out a little more predictably for you, or just give you additional insight and clarity into what's going on in your life during the time frame that the reading covers. So try to check sun, moon, and rising if you can, if you know them. There's lots of websites out there that can give you that information for free, I believe, as long as you know your birth date and time. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot by artist Ciro Marchetti, drawing the customary 8 cards with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck representing your overall energy and advice. So moving right along, this video is for Pisces, the water sign of Pisces for April 2017. What does this gorgeous month of April have in store for the water sign of Pisces, the fish, our fluid mercurial Pisces? What is in store for Pisces for April 2017? Okay, Pisces. We begin with the Knight of Swords, followed by the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Wands, the Ace of Swords, followed by the Ace of Swords, followed by the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Cups, followed by the Six of Swords. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy is the Five of Swords. Okay. So Pisces, it looks like a situation has come up where you have found out something. And that something, of course, the specifics, there's a lot of you watching. It's not going to mean the same thing to everybody to the same degree. So what that something is going to vary. But the fundamental energy of what you find out or what somebody tells you could be about somebody stealing from you or taking advantage of you or exploiting you or finding out that you've been taken advantage of, exploited in some way, if not actually stolen from in a tangible sense. Because the first 2 cards we have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, swords is air energy. The Suit of Swords is about what goes on up in our heads, our words and ideas and how we communicate them, outlooks, perspectives, belief systems, very mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. The Seven of Swords is often referred to as the thief card. It can represent being stolen from or you stealing from somebody else in a tangible way, like money, finances, property. Fundamentally, it's got a strong energy of deception, deceit, secrets, not telling the whole truth, something being hidden, or something being presented to be something that it's actually not, or someone. It can also represent feeling exploited, taken advantage of, drained. It can represent relationships where you're the one doing all the giving and somebody else is taking, and leaving you just really, again, exploited, taken advantage of, depleted, drained. Now, it's accompanied by the Knight of Swords, crowned by the Knight of Swords. So knights are the bringers, the delivers of the tarot. Typically, when you see a knight, it represents something being brought to you or you bringing something to somebody else, an offer, an opportunity. It can also represent the speed at which something moves, a situation moves. The Knight of Swords, what's being brought here is message, news, information. Somebody may be telling you something about somebody else or a situation. It feels like you find something out because of something brought to you, whether that's by a specific person or you read something, you find out that a situation is not all that it seems. There's some deceit, some trickery, some secrets going on, and this could be in regards to you personally, like somebody taking advantage of you or lying to you personally, or somebody perhaps you found out that somebody is actually stealing from you or from someone else. But this information looks like it's coming in around the beginning of April, end of March, beginning of April. Some of you, this may be a civil litigation, a lawsuit of some kind as well, where information, evidence is coming out. So next to that, we have the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Wands. So Pentacles is earth energy. The energy of this suit often manifests itself in our earthly material world. Things like money, finances, property, resources, real estate, job, etc. Things we can see and touch and feel. The Three of Pentacles is a card of it can be a card of teamwork. It's a card of compromise and negotiation, of people kind of coming together in order to achieve a common goal, a common cause, or something which has to be accomplished, and people get together even though they may not even necessarily need to like each other, but there's one common goal, there's something that needs to be accomplished, and so everybody kind of brings their own thoughts, opinions, ideas, skills to the table in order to accomplish this, which involves compromise and negotiation and a sense of working together. And sometimes it can be with people you'd prefer not to negotiate and compromise with, but that's what needs to happen here. Now, the Three of Pentacles is paired with the Six of Wands. Here we have fire energy, which is the element that governs the suit of wands. And this energy, the energy of wands, manifests itself in often in the creative part of our life, because it's about creating, building, manifesting energy, artistic or creative pursuits. It's about change, movement, action power. It's a very dynamic suit. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, triumph, success, of through struggle, of accomplishing something, building something, achieving something through hard work and effort, and being victorious at that. So for some of you, this is going to represent whatever it is that's come up, that's come to light, that you found out, this deception or something that's not quite above board. Again, I'm getting, for some of you, this is a lawsuit or a litigation of some kind, and this is information coming in which helps in the negotiation compromise process. It may mean this information that's coming in may make it easier for you or give you some kind of edge or advantage, which enables you to be successful in this negotiation compromise, so that things are actually working out in your favor or for somebody else that you may be helping as well. The energy is very positive. It's positive in terms of, I mean, it feels like whatever the situation is not pleasant, but that you're going to triumph over it. You're going to come out on top. There's success in this, because again, there's a lot of energy with information being brought to light and truths being revealed, which makes the outcome successful. It makes you able to compromise and get more of what you want. I feel like it gives you more of an edge in something, whether that's in a legal situation or whether that's within a relationship, a personal relationship. Some of you, this could be job, work, career place. Uh, Let me just take another look here. For some of you, this combination, this beginning combination of the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, sometimes that Thief card gets a bad rap because sometimes the Seven of Swords is about needing to be somewhat sneaky or kind of off the grid, very clever in how you go about doing something. Sometimes this represents operating in secrecy and needing to do something without telling people what you're doing, without revealing too much of yourself too, because I am getting that some of this, whatever the situation is, for some of you, you need to be very careful about how information or news is brought to light or about revealing something. You need to be kind of clever about getting this information too, because again, it's going to be very helpful and beneficial in this compromise negotiation process with a person or a group of people. For some of you, it's not that you're finding out about deception, it's the news or information. You need to bring this news or information, or you need to get it, and you need to be kind of clever and maybe kind of operate a little off the grid in order to get it, to make this moving forward successful. And it does happen because next to that, we have the Ace of Swords, followed by the Eight of Swords in reverse. So the Eight of Swords in the upright position represents feeling trapped, held hostage, penned in, like you don't have control, victim, helpless. But it's illusionary. Nobody is actually forcing her or holding her down on her knees, which implies a sense of helplessness and vulnerability. These chains, which are wrapped around her wrists, aren't actually connected to anything or anyone. She could twist her wrists around herself and those chains would fall off. She could remove this blindfold and see her situation, these swords, for exactly what they are. They're wide enough for her to just walk right through. She actually has control of the situation. She has the ability to free herself. The only thing that's keeping her there is her own thought, idea, or belief system. You got it in the reverse. So there's an ending of this feeling trapped, a lessening or negating of this sense of feeling trapped and held hostage. Because of this Ace of Swords, which crowns it. So aces represent the number one potential, the start of something new, which holds a lot of potential if it's nurtured and taken care of, because aces represent seeds. And there's a lot of potential contained in a seed, but it needs to be planted and taken care of so that it can manifest to its full potential. The Ace of Swords is also about truth, justice, learning, higher education as well. The Ace of Swords comes in and cuts away all extraneous fantasy and illusion and exposes something for exactly what it is, illuminates, it brings truth and clarity, typically a solution, and it's a successful card. Sometimes the Ace of Swords can be, the energy can be difficult or challenging because sometimes it can represent um, an inconvenient or uncomfortable truth. Sometimes seeing the entire reality of something can be difficult, especially if you want it to be something else. The Ace of Swords comes in and reveals. It can be your aha moment, epiphany, the light bulb going off, clarification, illumination coming in. So whatever this is that is being brought in or that you're bringing to light, uh, overcomes again this sense of feeling trapped, like you don't have any control over the situation, or what's coming in actually gives you control. Again, I feel like it's all tied up with news, message, information that's really essential on freeing yourself from a situation or someone else from a situation and making compromise and negotiation, giving you an edge in compromise and negotiation, whether that's information or something being brought to light by somebody else, or you kind of digging around and being very clever in bringing this to light. It overcomes this sense of feeling helpless and kind of bound up in all of this. And there's a healing. I'm moving out of this and a healing energy too at the end of the month, and some support in doing that because at or towards the end of April 2017, we have the Knight of Cups followed by the Six of Swords. So the Knight of Cups, here's another something being brought to you or you bringing to somebody else an offer, an opportunity. This is emotional in nature because it's cups. Cups is water energy. This suit manifests in emotions, feelings, relationships, love. So this could be an offer of love. I feel like for a lot of you, it's just support, offer, opportunity of emotional support that somebody is offering to you or that you're offering to somebody else. But in relationships, it could be like a declaration of love. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's support. It's somebody coming in, and it could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, just like you, or it could be you yourself. Offering support, somebody saying, I'm going to be here with you. I'm going to help you kind of transition through the rest of this. There's a good support system in place, emotional in nature. And it's healing too, and it helps you move out of this stuck, trapped kind of energy. And perhaps even for some of you, this may have been something quite painful as well. That Knight of Cups is paired with the Six of Swords. This is a card of moving away from a troubled, turbulent, chaotic time. If you could see the water behind the boat in this woman, it would be very choppy and wavy and turbulent. She's moving into waters which are smooth and placid and serene. It represents moving away from a difficult or challenging period or situation or relationship and into a quieter time, a more settled, peaceful, balanced time. There's a strong element of healing in this as well. It's transitional, meaning the worst is behind you. At the end of April, the worst of this is behind you. You're not quite through it all completely. You're not quite to the other shore yet, but you're getting there. You're moving towards that. And it looks like you have some very good support, or at least the offer of support as well, or you are offering it to somebody else. The only cautionary advice I'm getting is be careful how you proceed through this because your overall energy is the Five of Swords. This is a card technically of victory. I say technically because sometimes it can represent a victory that comes at a high cost or takes a lot out of you. The people on the ground behind him can also represent sometimes a victory that comes at the cost of personal relationships. And the question which accompanies the Five of Swords is it worth it? Is this worth fighting for? Is this worth continuing to invest or fight in? And only you have the answer to that, Pisces. Sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes it's no, because it looks like it's something which is going to cost a lot or a victory which is going to take a lot out of you. And it may come at the cost of personal relationships. This man is obviously the victor in this challenge or fight. His opponents are on the ground behind him. He's gathered up their weapons and he's holding his own aloft in victory. But he looks tired, worn out, exhausted. He doesn't look particularly happy. He's bleeding from a little cut on his forehead. This battle has cost a lot. So question yourself. How you act, how you comport yourself, and the things that you do. Make sure that you're sure about every step of this. Make sure that if this involves a struggle or conflict or challenge, make sure that it's really what you want before you engage. So Pisces, that pretty much wraps up your April 2017 reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you've found it helpful, that it's brought you some insight and clarity. Thank you very much for watching it. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just click on that little about or description button on my channel's homepage, and feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the April 2017 mid-month readings. And until then, Pisces, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.